2 minutes, folks. I just need 2 minutes and we're ready to rock. 24,000 Bitcoin pumping back to the upside. A short squeeze upon us. If we make a higher high, this is going to change everything. I'm super excited. Just give me 2 minutes, folks. Getting my lemon water. I had to take a pee at the last second. You know how that is. Right as I come on, Bitcoin pumping hard, looking absolutely beautiful. Love to each and every one of you. Thank you for coming on in. So sorry for my latest running around. Good morning, lifer congestion on the ATBC. Win last night, baby. Oh, congratulations on the win. Yeah, I think you meant congratulations. Shout out to Stafford Mine LLC. Thank you so much, man. Congrats, man. I love you, brother. Thank you so much for that love, man. Showing that love right off the bat. Let's see what's happening with Bitcoin. I got a funny little chart here. Tells me something will be brewing. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on it. Thank you so much for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time as we keep it kicking here on this beautiful Friday afternoon. 154 likes. That's beautiful. $698 in the chat already. Woo! Feeling great, feeling good. Worked out today. Let's put the lemon in the water. Let's put the lemon in the water. Every single day we drink lemon water. We don't play ourselves. Not too much lemon. Too much lemon is bad for the teeth, as some people have suggested. As long as you cut it and you don't use too much, your enamel will be fine. Shout out to each and every one. I'm not a dentist. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in with the Cryptolifer. Follow me on all the socials over there if you can. At Twitter, at TikTok, at Facebook. Don't be shy. Jump on into the movement. We're growing all around the world just like Bitcoin, baby. Just like Bitcoin. Shout out to each and every one of you. I love y'all. Yeah, my eyes are so watery because I did not sleep. Did not sleep last night. I was out till about 12, and then I came home and I worked till 2 a.m. That's what happens when you own your own business and you got to grind. I had to make sure everybody in my group was up to speed. Shout out to my man Wigwag. And why did I go out last night? Because one of those subscribers that's been with me since I first began said, hey, I want to take you out to dinner. I want to have a nice dinner with you. We went to one of the nicest restaurants in all of Boston. I'm not going to be shy about it. Called The Moo. High end. That's our tuna tartare split. They split it in two. It was absolutely beautiful with some oysters on the side. It was an amazing steak dinner. We had dessert, the whole thing. And imagine that. Everyone should have this. A beautiful dinner with a smiling face on the other side. Ambient light. Beautiful decor. And just thank you so much for the. And you know what? When you start meeting your subscribers, you start meeting people who have joined the group, you start meeting the lifers. It makes it all so real for me. I used to sit in my office and think and dream. I said to him, I said, you're part of my dreams. I said, you would never be here if I wasn't dreaming. I said, now I'm with someone that I dreamt about hanging out with because I went after my dreams and you came into my life. I said, fascinating. So shout out to Wigwag. I love you. Thank you so much for making the time out of your time to come and see me. So I spent from about 8:30 to 11:30 last night having dinner with Wigwag. But what did I do when I got home? Look, and while we were at dinner, he said, whip out the charts. He'll show you the videos of me actually charting while I was sitting at this table. I had an iPad open and I was going over Bitcoin. And I was actually, I posted this at dinner. Because look, we took this picture at 9:12. I posted this at dinner. I was sitting at dinner doing this. No days off, baby. 1 hour about to pump. We got the little pump, all right? Then I came home, I was at 1 a.m., right? I did a Bitcoin update for my group. I suggested that we were going to make an M pattern if we didn't break above the previous high, all right? Then I did some other updates and some things. I talked about cake. Cake looked like it was going to blast. Continue with Cake wants to hit the target. Cake did hit the target. Beautiful cup and handle. Wasn't huge gains, but about 20%. We'll take a look at Cake to the upside. Cake, one of my favorite coins to trade in the game. Oh, that water was so amazing. Okay, let's take a look at the charts. Let's break it down. Let's see what opportunities are ahead of us. Okay, so look. See this call? See what this is called? This is called Big Boy Resistance. All right? The only thing that can get us above that is a short squeeze. I'll tell you that right now. As the oscillators are spent, we need too many people to short to get caught in the mix, and we need the market makers to rock them. That will propel Bitcoin to a higher high. I'll tell you why. It's so big in trend analysis. All right? This is just a nice, clean, easy chart to see. And to me, look, we're breaking into the resistance. Oh my goodness, big boy resistance. That's big boy. Why is it big boy? Because if you break it and you make a candle, we need a candle to close here, somewhere in this region. It's so important to me that a candle closes up here. Preferably right here. We close up here because look, trend analysis is my baby. It's how I trade. I don't go against it. It's never been wrong. You know, I mean, what I mean is it's not wrong if you follow it correctly. Look, you have a low, you have a higher high. And I say this every day, don't worry, but it's the repetitive nature of trading that'll get you where you need to be. 523 people on the live, 192 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. So look, here's the low, here's the high, here's the higher low, here's the higher high, here's the higher low. Here is the higher high. Resistance and rejection, 24,400. That's beautiful though, right? We come all the way back down. We want to find support. Where is support? Where is support? Here's where people like to buy. Here's where people felt comfortable. 20,700. Close enough to 20K. Crazy, right? And we would boom up. I would call the exact bottom right there on a 7-minute divergence. You'd still be in that trade, pounding it up to the upside. Pounding it. All right? Pounding it like salami. So look, you ever had pound salami? What was I? What was it? What did I say? Anyway, so check it out. You made a high. You made a higher low. That's beautiful. The higher low is negated. If you don't make a higher high, it does not matter. It's just a giant M. Okay? Let's break it into the small time frames. Look, what's cool about this? Look, I got this all ready for you. I'm getting smart with my groups, kid. I'm doing my grouping. I'm doing my groupies. I'm getting smart with my groups, dude. Now the group ain't there. Wait, oh yeah, 4 hour big. So yeah, look. So you take away this, all right? And then you put on this, and we're going to zoom into the 15. And I'm going to show you the intricate nature of what happened here. So yesterday, look, see, I kept saying if we can't get above this resistance bar, zoom in here and make it nice and easy. We can't get above this resistance bar here on the 15-minute, and that's why the small time frames are going to lead you to where you need to go. So look, this was an M. Sorry, I want to grab this. This was an M pattern. The measured move, every single pattern has a measured move. The M, you take the top of one of the M's to the bottom of the middle of the M. That's your measured move. You swing that to where the middle of the M came out, right there. And look, that's basically where we went. Then we did a V-shaped recovery out of nowhere. They got everyone to think we were going to short the M. That M looked like it was going to continue down. And also, now you have a giant M on your hand. See? This is a huge M. If you don't put in a higher high, this is a giant M. And that's it. I trade the statistic of the pattern. M's will break to the downside. That is what it is. So there you go. Shout out to Crypto Muser. Shout out to Rainier. Shout out to all the Blue Crew, East Jordan, Calderonster, everyone here on the live. Thank you so much for coming on in. Gina Bombina. Gina. We love you, Gina. We love you, Gregory the Sniper. Man, Jacob Cannon, my man with the cannon bang. Calderonster, we love you, man. My genetic man. Call you Mr. Genetics. Shout out to Felipe. Shout out to every single one of you that dedicates your time, your love, your support to the cryptolifer. I will do the same for you, and together we will grow. Shout out to anyone that watched Around the Blockchain yesterday. Got a little dicey. I never know what I'm going to do, you know. I got that passion about the TA, and I wasn't trying to be rude. I was just trying to, I was just trying to show that, it was a teaching moment I felt that we could all learn from. And my mind said, hey, if you can open up here and teach, you'll be able to show people things they may never know. You could save people from possible liquidation. So let's go on over to BOOKMAP. Let's see where the liquidity lies. Let's see if we can see the short squeeze before it happens and call it again for what? Is this the fourth day in a row we can call the short squeeze? Who knows? We'll see. We will break it down. Shout out to you and yours. God bless your family. God bless you. God bless your children. God bless your mothers, your fathers, each and every one of you. God bless you all. I hope you're having a wonderful day. You will have a blessed day. I'm telling you right now. Look, the liquidity. Oh my God, just like the last few times. Where is the heat, baby? The heat is here at 25,000, 24,006, 24,400. There's just more liquidity up here than there is down there. You see? Every single time we mapped out the liquidity, price action goes to the heat, baby. The heat is up here. Look how much heat is up here. Way more than down here. You have way more sellers than buyers, telling you that the liquidity is going to go to where it can get serviced. Just like a fish finder. You put your fish finder on, you're going to go and fish where you see the most fish. Price action will find itself at the most liquidity. This is telling us 24,400 is the target. We do have sell walls there, but look at this guy. Just threw out 24.9. He's got frisky. He just threw that out there. We just saw the heat map expand. He's got how many? 400 Bitcoins up there for sale. He ain't playing. That's a whale of a whale. That's a whale. It's a whale of a whale. So, 24,500 is my target here, technically, on this short squeeze. I would start to see short liquidations. I would expect. There's our first one. I'm going to see another one. And there's our second one. Oh, here they come, baby. Watching me. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liquidations that just occurred. Small, actually, that was 4. And if we shrink them down, it's going to show me exactly how much got liquidated. It was 6 events for $12,000. Here's another one. So everyone looked at the M and decided to short. It was obvious, right? If you don't know how to play this game, if you don't know how to understand how the market maker works, if you don't understand how to read an order book, if you don't understand liquidity, look at the short squeeze. Look, I said it before we saw the first liquidation, and here we have the liquidations pounding us. Why is everyone getting pounded today? Just doesn't sound right. Pounded salami. Anyway, we're raising up, and what we need is this candle to close in my zone. Like I said, this would be a beautiful thing. Can we get it? This is so important, everyone, that we get above the zone. For me personally, for the zone, and for just trading in general, this will create a new trend, a higher high. We got to break the old high. Come on, people, keep shorting. And now it's the beautiful shorters that are helping us get to the upside. So you'd be so confused. You'd be like, wait, but I thought you long, and when everyone longs, we pump Bitcoin. I thought when Elon bought a lot of Bitcoin, that's how it goes up. It doesn't work like that. All right? You need a lot of people to short the market. When the market gets shorted, you have a lot of liquidity up there because they want to sell at their stop losses. Their stop losses are higher than the price action. So price wants to go and get their stop losses. The more stop losses you have, the more people they're going to just completely liquidate and take down, okay? Check it out. If you stay tuned, we have 500 likes. We have 270, 650 people on the live. If we get to 500 likes, I'm going to show you a liquidation indicator that's going to show you live on TradingView for free. You don't even need any money, where the 100x is, the 50x is, and where the money is likely to go based on who's getting liquidated and why. All right? So that's just something to think about, something that will blow your mind. 500 likes, and we get there, I'll drop a gem on that. I'll drop a gem on that. I'm trying to think of a good word for that starts with an A. On that admirable head of yours. Good day. So if you have problems with Me6 for whatever reason, email cryptolifers@gmail.com, and we'll preferably take a crypto or a PayPal payment if you want to get into the group. Someone just asked me right there, Lakochi. Thank you for asking, my friend, if you're on the live. So can the short squeeze continue, or is it a fake out to the upside? Are we just getting excited for no reason? 15-minute is getting a little high on the stochastics. This is where we get a pin. We're going to have to watch this closely. What else do I do? You know, I do the flag on the 1 hour, on the 1 minute here. And we are in this rising wedge now. That's going to have to be a real short squeeze, because it's going to have to be a parabolic run-up. This is what we're going to need. This is going to happen. The parabola will have to be created by the shorters. Short. Keep shorting, everybody. I want people to jump into the shorts to create more liquidity for the market maker to grab you up and smash you up. Smash you down there, kid. He's going to smash you down the Boston way there, kid. Nah, dude. I'm from Salty, kid. Nah, Charlestown, bro. Yeah, bro, dude. Nah, bro, dude, yo, bro, dude, yo. Nah, bro, dude, yo, bro. So, look, I mean, we got to get it. This is what we're watching now, the 1 minute. It comes down to the 1 minute rising wedge, which is 68% chance to break to the downside. However, if the shorts keep shorting, they're going to propel us. And look, there's just more liquidity up here. We're going to 24,600 in my humble opinion. Where do we have to make a higher high? Let's just go. We're going to look at another chart for a split second. This is Bitcoin in its intense situations. This is what we do here on this channel. We break it down to little bite-sized pieces so you can see exactly what's happening. We show you the levels that need to be hit on the smaller time frames that will incur bigger movements on the bigger time frames. Aha. We will teach you the way one step at a time, little by little, until you get it. Until you get it. Also, I mean, at the end of the day, look, rising wedges break to the upside 68% of the time. You had a little bit of bullish divvy here on the 15-minute. Let me show you. It was like Class C, you know. Class B or C. They're both pointing down, but that is so much sharper of an angle. Hard to see that, you know, I would never have known that was divergence till I got older into my ways. So, look, I mean, we just got rejected again, and we couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So far, we're going to have to need, what it is, the 50-minute, but so where do we need to close a candle? 24,280. We must close a candle above that. Above it. We have to. We have to make a higher high for a trend to stay established. If we don't, I'm sorry, my friends, but I have to remain bearish, right? And it is what it is. And maybe I would have to almost kind of do a bit of this. Bear with me here. I'm going to blow your minds. Yeah, it's not perfect, but somewhat of a diamond forming at the top. Look at that, a diamond. That's a diamond pattern beginning. Came in the bottom. Might actually bounce out the top, out the bottom. So that's how a diamond pattern works. You know what's cool? They have this bars pattern where you can make it look like the actual price action. Look at this. It's called Ghost Feed. And you just kind of like, I don't know how to use it great, like the best though. It's like, it'll expand for you and then you can kind of make it bigger or smaller. And I guess you can grab different versions of it. Look, if I double click it, it's pretty interesting though. Like it kind of shows fake price action, you know? I wonder if you could like fake somebody out like, dude, look what happened, man. Like, I think you hold shift and just keep pressing. I want to know how you just like, there's got to be a way to like go up and down with it, you know? So it's not every time you have to just grab a new piece. Maybe it's control. Anyway, we'll move on from this, but I thought this was cool. And I don't show it a lot, you know, ghost feed. It's just, it's like a pain in the butt sometimes. There, it's control. That's what it is. You hold control. I figured it out. It's always like control or shift. Because I was a video editor for years. It's always something. So like this is what we're looking at. Something that could happen like this, you know? And then we could dump to the downside, you know? Or pump out. It depends. But I mean, I'm just projecting a diamond for you here on the 15-minute time frame. I mean, that's what I see happening if we can't make a higher high. And we're getting rejected now. Let's be, you know, let's see if it's a good time to short. 15-minute is high, overbought. 1 hour is not. Interesting enough, that 1 hour's got gas, bro. And you know what? By my trading style, that tells me that we have basically an 80% chance of making a higher high. It's a really good sign that the 1 hour wants to pop like that. I did not take it. I hadn't looked at the 1 hour. I hadn't. It's been about a couple hours since I did my update and I worked out. Hadn't looked at the 1 hour since the pump. So, I mean, that's beautiful. Like when you get that much price action, just like this, you know, out of that much movement out of the stochastics, it's a pretty good sign that you're going to get some more movement. Now, it doesn't, I've seen this just turn like this, a dip. Anything can happen. I want to keep saying that to everybody. Anything can happen. Look, they got another short liquidation right there. So the last liquidation was a short. The liquidity is up here, 24.4. We need 24.280. We need 20. Well, actually, what's cool is use Alt-J. Alt-J is going to also give you a ray, but the ray is going to put a little yellow bar right there for you so you can see price action. And actually, let me right-click this. I wonder if I can make the bar even bigger. You can manipulate every setting here on TradingView whenever you want. So I just want to see if I make the font even bigger on the horizontal ray, if it will go bigger for me. Oh, no, that's just if I add something to it. Coordinates, visibility, price bar. No, I don't want that. Back to 83. Price label is fire, though. It really is, you know. I wish I could make it a little bigger, but that's fine. 20. You don't want it too big because you want to see what's happening on the line. Remember, everyone, always right-click and hit countdown to bar close here. Okay, so you can see when the bar will close. Very important. Okay, so it's all right. I'm not going to freak out here. I'm going to take it like I always take it to the 15-minute. And we're going to flag out the 15-minute. This is my trading style. You see me do this all the time. It's projection theory with stochastics alerts. And what you're going to do is you're going to watch this. We're going to pray for a short squeeze to the upside to get the big bot, right? Then you're going to wait for a flag, and then we're going to long after the bounce off that beautiful support. Because if we break through, we're going to get a bounce. And look at the squeeze beginning here. I see an arc. I see an arc of the short squeeze here on BOOKMAP. This is BOOKMAP, everybody. It's showing me the heat map of liquidity. What does that mean? Well, let's just say there was an order book. What is an order book? It's where people put their orders. Let's just say I was selling bananas. The easiest way to do this. I'm selling bananas at a farmer's market, okay? And I got bananas out there. And someone comes up and they're like, I'll pay $3 for those bananas. And I'm like, you know, I haven't really, and you don't know the price yet. You're trying to figure out what people will pay. Like it's 1800s. You don't really know what people want the bananas for. You're bringing them to market. Another guy's like, I'll give you $5 for those bananas. And you're like, well, you know, so you sell him a few. But then no one else will pay $5. Everyone's like, that guy's out of his mind. We're only going to pay $3.50. And so orders start coming in, and you see people with signs. And let's just say it was like an auction in a way, so one guy's like, I'll pay $5, I'll pay $3, and these are the orders coming in. And then eventually you would look out over a sea of people, and you would be like, all right, I see 10 people that want $3. I see 5 people that want, that's what we're looking at right here on the order book. Same exact thing. So this is just a guy saying, hey, I'll sell Bitcoin for $24,500, and I'll sell 393 of them. And this guy's saying, hey, I'll sell Bitcoin for $24,400, and I'll sell 432 of them. And it's not only is it whales, it's retail, it's everybody all together, okay? This is good. We need this short squeeze right now. Come on, baby. Come on. Otherwise, we will make this diamond, all right? So I got you at the next pattern. I projected the pattern probably. I don't know if anyone has this diamond yet. We're one of the first groups to have the diamond. To me, it's pretty much a diamond. Here we go. There's more short squeeze going on. Short squeeze orange juice, day number 4 for the short squeeze OJ. You have to remember, there's a lot of people in disbelief. They do not believe Bitcoin can continue up. They think they're going to go down. They're just like, no. They're going to continue to show. We get a candle close above this line. We're going to make the higher high. And life will change for us. Unless, I mean, it could also be a fake out. I put nothing past these dudes. But technical analysis wise, we could look at it and any TA guy could be like, yep, that is a higher high. Short squeeze coming in again as we hoped. It's getting close. All we need to do is get to 24,005 in candle close, baby. That's all we need to do. This candle closes in 6 minutes on the 15. How about on the 1 hour? 21 minutes and 33 seconds when we looked at it. Of course, it was on the 33. Strong momentum to the upside on the stochastics RSI. I'm a stochastics RSI trader. I use it religiously. Let me show you why. Let's just say I'd open up a trade on Bitcoin every time the stochastics were low here. Let's do number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 times. All right, let's just see what happens. Here's number 1. We get into the long right around here. Nice pump to the upside for a swing trade. Nailed it. We get into a long down here. Big pump to the upside. And if you know, usually we do 3x leverage ETF tokens. So that's a 15% trade right there on the 1 hour. That's a monster like 18, almost 20% trade. Maybe even, 21% trade. Here's another low 1 hour here. And that one was matched up with this little corner there. Wasn't the best, but it matched you up with that. And that gave you a tiny little hit of 4%. Here's another low right here. This one was the only one that was like kind of lackluster because if you bought this low, you would have been faked out by the next low, but it still pumped up. And the 15-minute would have gotten high. You may have watched for support and resistance. You drop back below, but still, I'll say, okay, nil. And then maybe you got stopped out because you didn't see that. So I'll X that, but say you waited for this one and you did hit it. You could have hit it that, but I'll still be nice and say, okay, that one was a fake out, kind of, so it didn't really work, right? How about this one, the next one coming up, right here? This little long buddy right there. Tiny one wasn't really good enough, but still was 2%. That's 6%. And that had you to get in and get out when the stochastics got high. See, that's all you're doing. So this low one here and get out when they got high. Now you're low again. This was a monster trade. Nice 4.4%. Are you seeing a pattern here? By playing the low stochastics in the 1 hour, look, 2%. And here we are again at the lowest low. So now this one went low, and then hit a secondary low. That's hard to get, but look, you had a shoulder head and a shoulder. And then, that would have helped you. We figured that's where we found the divergence on the 7-minute, and we called that long there. If you remember, that's where I called my entry on the long, still up if you're in that trade, okay? More short liquidations. We need $100 more, and we got them. $293. $100 more in candle closing. 1 hour. All we need is a 1 hour, preferably a 4 hour, but a 1 hour candle close. And the stochastics say we're on our way. They really do, because look how much more momentum they have. Now the 15-minute is getting spent. So to me, the short squeeze has to push us up. If we don't get above it on this one, we will flag out. And there's still hope because of that momentum on the 1 hour. So I'm watching this flag here on the 15. And where did I learn this? How did I figure this out? I learned by doing. I just did it over and over again. I got my butt kicked by the market makers, and eventually I figured something funny out, something different. And I started trading differently. You won't see this everywhere else online. I'm telling you right now, it's very unique. You'll see a lot of the same charts in this, but you really won't see the same way we talk about it. You won't see how the Stokes are used with support and resistance. It's a beautiful system. Join my trading group if you want to get down. All right. We call Bitcoin beautifully from here on that exact point, and we're gonna figure out where it's going to go. Every 4 to 5 hours, I'm going to do an update. Look, I was out last night. I came home and did work from 12 to 2 in the morning. I say people pay $99 a month for the Discord. That's $3.33 a day to have me in your back pocket. And I will work so hard for my $3. I'm telling you right now. So all you need is $3 a day, and I'm there for you. And I'm going to help you, and I'm going to actually propel you to greatness. I'm not going to let you do the same excuses. You make the same excuses. You're going to push. Why are you deleting this dude's messages? So weird. Why did you delete his super chats, Dingo? It must have been a mess up, right? Hi, BAC has heavy. Yeah, great stuff, man. I could join your membership, but I can't. Man, you can't go find someone to make $100. I would DoorDash for $100. Like, there's money out there. There's a way to make money. I refuse to believe that there isn't a way to squeeze $100 out of life. We live in abundance. We live in abundance. Thinking you can't afford it is telling yourself that you don't live in abundance, and it's just not true. You live in abundance. There's forest for days. There's water for days. We live in abundance, my friends. We live in abundance. So yeah, if we don't get out of this, I do see a diamond, Bart Simpson kind of diamond. We will break back down to the lowest levels of liquidity that I have shown on the other chart, right? I did DoorDash for all my crypto money. Sell your comic book. Someone is messaging me to pay $500. Is that you? Can I pay? Come on, man. I would never message you to buy. Only talk to the Gmail if you're talking. You can every once in a while you message me. It's me. I'm 3089. Can you see comp chart or just BTC watching? No, we look at everything here on the live stream. Throw in a deep dive. This will basically hit most of your trades, though. Whatever happens to Bitcoin will have a huge effect on 90% of the other coins. The fact that we're back above 24K is a big deal. We now do have some support right here, I have to say. Because, look, resistance. And we have a little bit of support right there where we're kind of hanging out at. So 15-minute right now, in my humble opinion, without BOOKMAP, this makes a flag, and I watch it make a flag. With BOOKMAP, we hope to see the short squeeze. We want short squeeze oranges. We still see more liquidity up here than down there. However, it is building. The heat map is building down here, but it's just darker red. We got more heat up here. We got way more heat at 24,006. Look, 551 Bitcoin now. 583 Bitcoin. So the odds are we'll go up higher than lower. That's what the odds are in a short squeeze. But at the same time, the stochastics may cool us off. So 1 hour has momentum. The 1 hour gives me a lot of hope that we will get to the measured move here at 24,850. That's what we're looking for. All right. Yo, Life of the Legend. Do you see some bearish divergence on Bitcoin in the 1 hour or the 4 hour? Or is that hidden? No, that's some bearish. To me, I'll tell you what. There was bearish here, which we called out yesterday on the live. Oh, like when I was with my crew. But look, swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. That's bearish divvy right there. But we dumped. And when you have a pump that hard after a dump, that has occurred. So the bearish divergence played out. It's over. It's over. So you had a little bit of bullish right there that actually, so once you had the bullish there, it negated the bearish that occurred. Just like this here. This was bearish divergence here too, but did we dump all the way to the downside? See, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. We had bearish divvy. It did play out as a drop. But that's why you flag out your smaller time frames, right? At the end of the day, it ended up being a flag. And look, it was a shoulder, a head with this funky shoulder, and there was a double bottom that occurred here that pumped us out of it. So by knowing your patterns, you're going to be able to see the light that other people can't see. So yes, there's bearish divergence there, but to me, it played out already, all right? So most people got to see that. Could an inverted headed shoulder form on the 15-minute? To me, it did already here. Let me show you. This was like a scallywag inverted head and shoulder, and it broke to the downside. It really did. See? Shoulder, head, and a shoulder, and we dumped. Also, the M was here on the side of it, so that was it. To me, that's it. I don't, now that we've pumped up again, we have a new pattern to make. After impulse, you don't have a pattern really. So like, look, impulse here, then you had to make a pattern. Impulse, now we got to make a pattern. All right? So the short squeeze is over so far. We're liquidating the longs now. The people that decide, I don't know why you would go long right now. I'm waiting on price action to kind of show me a direction. If anything, the short would be the smartest thing to do based on like years of TA, because you're not getting above a previous resistance. You short resistance. Smart thing would be to open a short here and get squeezed out. Most people want to get squeezed out. If they get squeezed out, so be it. You know what I'm saying? ETH has a cup and handle forming on the 15. I promote Lifer on every other live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. A little advice for everyone thinking about DoorDash for extra cash. Use the cheapest repair, most economic vehicle you can, and don't take anything for under $1 a mile. Yeah, DoorDash it will beat up on your car. Only do it just to get a little bit of money for whatever you need, and then stop doing it. You know, it's just like it's a temporary fix. It's a Band-Aid just to get what you need. Like, just say you really just added trading in the zone. We'll be listening to that today and over the weekend. Yo, trading in the zone will change your life. Drake and Chabarordi, I like that. I do a few socials. My professor buddy asked on behalf of his students about investing. I sent him a Lifer video. It's so funny. Nobody really knows where we're going. We still have the 4-hour against us. 800 people watching. Let's pump the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's pump those likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. So we're watching this diamond for Bitcoin. All right? That's what we're seeing. And now we can, and then we're watching this flag on the 15-minute. And we want to see more shorts get liquidated, and we see more. We're using BOOKMAP here to see the order book, and we do see more liquidity up here. Shout out to anyone that may or may not have just jumped on in to the channel. My name is Sam Price. I've been trading for 15 years. I started trading my first 7 years, I was buying and selling on my phone. At 5 years. Then after 7, I started looking at the charts. Then I started buying gold and silver. I realized they were going to print money to zero. I found Peter Schiff. He told me about gold and silver. I started understanding how the financial systems worked. I started researching the history of money. I became a financial historian of sorts. I looked at the first gold coin in Egypt, and I took it all the way down. I looked at the Roman coin, the florin coin, the continental dollar, colonial script, we even had money that was a long stick that we used to put notches in. It was called like a notch stick. That was a form of money for 800 years, worked really well. Look it up. I'm not BSing you. Bitcoin is the new colonial script. We had our own form of money here in the United States to the big banks of England decided to circumvent and take us out with Alexander Hamilton, who was a shill. There's a lot of things I could teach you about the monetary system. They've been printing your money to zero behind your back. I started buying Bitcoin. I started buying gold and silver. Then I started trading gold and silver ETFs on the Toronto Stock Exchange. And now I'm here. And then I started trading Bitcoin in 2016, 2017. I found out what Bitcoin and Ethereum were. A guy in the street showed me what Ethereum was in CoinMarketCap. When it was $8, he said, I was one of the first people to actually, create the coin. I was one of the programmers on the coin, the coders. And he said, this thing is amazing. It was $9. He told me to get into it. I saw it go to $89. I was kicking myself for not 9xing, almost 10xing my money. I couldn't believe it. So hit the likes. This man is all gas, no brakes. Shout out to my man, Stanford Mind Co. You know why I'm all gas, no brakes? Because people don't have a lot of time. And I want to give you as much information as I can in the smallest amount of time. Clear, concise, and I want to pack it in. You ever get a trash compactor? You get way more in the trash compactor when it crunches things down. I'm just trying to crunch your time in, right? That's why I always say thank you so much for your most valuable asset, and that is your time, because it is. So I don't want to waste it. I want to help you get where you're going. All right? Super important we get a short squeeze, or we at least stay above this resistance here. Stay in the flag on the 15-minute as we reset. If the 7-minute resets faster than fast 2, that could be a nice little caveat. I like where the 1 hour is right now. Anything could happen. Remember, as a trader, you just remember you have your probabilities, and that's it. All your indicators are probabilities. They're telling you where the highest probability of something occurring is. That's it. That's all they do. There's nothing more, nothing less. You take that probability and you go with it. There's no guarantees of anything. You tell yourself every day, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Repeat after me, please, everybody. It's hard to say, but once you say it, you're going to be released to pressure. I don't know where Bitcoin's going. Say it out loud with me. I don't know where Bitcoin's going. I know the macro state of the environment, and I can see pi cycles. I know where we are macro. Like if we're extremely oversold on the 2-week chart, I'm getting into Bitcoin, and I'm buying as much as I can at these lows. You saw me buy tons of Bitcoin at these lows, all right? 19K, 17.5, I had an order that didn't get hit. I was so spicy, had to limp it at 18.3. That wasn't fun, but it is what it is, right? I mean, it went to 17.588. So I studied the monetary system. I studied gold and silver. I bought gold and silver. I own gold and silver. I'm one of those people that stacked silver and had a bunch of silver in my hand at all times, I don't know what you said, but it would be awesome. All right. Yeah, so that's how I got here. And then I started trading, and then I got into a trading group. I joined a trading group. For 4 years, I was in there every single day. Then I came up with my own concepts that just didn't fit the trading group. My own ideas, my cup and handle is my own, and I had to go my own way and begin to teach. And then I started tutoring. The head of the trading group, I said, can I do anything for money? He said, you could tutor people if you'd like. And he gave me the idea to become a tutor. I never even thought I would do it. This whole thing happened so organically, and next thing you know, I'm here on YouTube. Next thing you know, I had a trading group, and next thing you know, we're nailing it and making some of the greatest calls in the history of crypto. I mean, and we made it onto BitBoy, we made it around the blockchain, and we made it around the blockchain, so to speak. And shout out to everybody that's here with me now. I really appreciate it. Hey, Lifer, can you check the price chart for PLSDUSDC on Uniswap V3, please? Okay, we'll check it out. PLSD. So we know where Bitcoin is right now. It's going sideways. Also, low liquidity Friday. Bitcoin tends to go very slow on a Friday, specifically on a summer. Summer Fridays are going to be slow. I just want you to understand that. Price action is going to crawl a little bit because the rich the rich and the wealthy run investing, and they take Fridays off every time, and they go to do whatever they want throughout the weekend. So they're not going to trade that much. Look, there is more liquidity up here. I caution you that we will. If you're going to short right now, I would not. I believe we're going to 24,004. We will make that higher high. We will complete the upper trend. That will change the view for everybody here. So if we get above here, we flip bullish. If we stay, isn't that crazy? This level is that big of a deal for Bitcoin. We get above here, we make the same higher high. We do not make a higher high, and we're done. And we have an M pattern waiting, a giant one. This is an M here. This is your top of your M. It comes down. I'll show you here. That's an M right there. I am showing you the probability of the 1 hour time frame and how many times it pops. And right now we have a low 1 hour, do we not? And I just went over how many times it hits. So that's a high probability that we will hit that higher high. And with the liquidity in the order book doubled up, there's some movement here. So, but there's no guarantees. You can never guarantee any of this. There's no guarantees. All right? Let's get those likes all the way up to 600, everybody. If we get to 500 likes, remember I was going to show you guys, I was going to show something. I was going to do something. What was I going to? I'm tired. I went to bed at 2 a.m. Let's hope. Let's hit those likes, people. Does the 1 hour rule the 15-minute? The 15-minute usually has to play out. However, I've seen the 1 hour pin the 15-minute. If the shorts, it's all about the shorts. If the shorts begin to get liquidated, it'll pin the 15-minute, and the 1 hour will continue to push up. It will. It will pin the 15. So that's why I'm watching. That's why I keep BOOKMAP in the back of my back pocket. I have a link to BOOKMAP in the description below, everyone. You will not get a better discount than the one I get. They love me. I have a great relationship. Jump on into BOOKMAP. It'll blow your mind. Okay? Now, if we don't get above 2, I am projecting a diamond here, a diamond pattern to the downside. And it is looking like a diamond could occur here. So we're watching the flag on the 15-minute for the stochastics to reset to the downside. When the stochastics reset to the downside, if this flag stays solid and we stay above this resistance point right about here, then there's a high probability the 1 hour will take over. We will pump to the upside. So that's going to take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to play out. We can leave Bitcoin on ice right now. It's sitting pretty unless we see something crazy. We can jump on into the rest of the world market. So shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Thank you for being here. And thank you for calling yourself cryptolifers. I appreciate it. You're now a lifer. However, to earn the true title of a lifer, what is a lifer? It's a person that's willing to give their all to every endeavor that they do. It's a person that's willing to take care of their mind, body, and soul at all times. Did you work out this morning? I did. I worked out really hard. Like, I got a pump, baby. So if you got a pump, if you got your heart moving, and why do you work out? Not just to look good and to feel good, which is part of it, to work your heart out. Your heart's a muscle. Did you work your heart out today? Did you do a half an hour for your heart? A half an hour workout is what you need for the heart. I used to have a friend who used to ask me, did you work out today? And I was like, no. He's like, so you didn't have a half an hour for your heart? I was like, you were on Instagram. He's like, I saw you on Instagram earlier and said you were online. He said, but you didn't have time for your heart? And he started making fun of me. He's like, you're a funny guy. And I said, and every day I came to his apartment. He said, did you work out today? And I had to keep saying no. And eventually I got sick of telling him I didn't work out. He finally gave me a DVD. He said, you can do this at home. You can buy 2 weights at Bob's for $20, $30. He said, I don't want to hear you ever complain again about not being fit. I started the workouts he gave me. He changed my life forever. His name is Marcus. He's Custom Body Dynamics. He's my best friend. I grew up with him. This is Texas Tubes already. I was out to dinner with Texas Tubes. Follow him, 34,700 followers. Look at all his posts. He's a glass blower by trade. He's an amazing glass blower. These are his amazing glass blow. I am not on Instagram right now. I got kicked off. So if I don't see you on Instagram and not your friend, it's because they kicked me off and we're still trying to get back on. But follow Texas Tubes here if you can. Let's jump back into world markets. But I love you, Texas Tubes, my man. My man, Kevin. Kevin's the man. Had a great dinner with Kevin last night. It was awesome to hang out with a fellow lifer. So now we got to look at ES1. ES1 is the S&P futures. They're going to dictate kind of what's happening for Bitcoin, all right? And if we see a stump, So look, we talked about ES1 breaking up to the upside, and I called this measured move to 4131. How did I get that measured move, and how do we... It's amazing. Look, we hit it. We hit it exactly. Isn't that nuts? We're pretty close to it. How did I do that? Where did I get that measure move? From this pole. I just took the length of the pole from wick to wick. That's how the algorithms work. I figured out how my mind works just like an algo, and I started figuring out exactly the areas they were taking. So we call this flag. I don't know if you remember. We drew this flag. We've been bullish on the S&P. We called this flag even though it dipped down below. We've been trucking along and showing you the levels that need to be hit for the S&P to remain bullish. And you know what? It's been doing damage. Damage cheese is what we eat here. We love damage cheese. So if you want some damage cheese, put a like on the like. Hit the thumbs up, baby. Let's get to 500 people on the live. Can I get a thumbs up, baby? Super impressive on ES and the Dow and stuff. Shout out to Finbook. Samuel James Algo Price. Shout out to Dave Hagen. My man, I want to be like you when I grow up. Who doesn't, man? No, I'm just joking. All these guys are scammers. Only want your money. So it's so true, Sasha. I believe that true. Bitcoin in a sideways reset before another leg up. That's what we're hoping. That's what I'm seeing on the 15-minute. Maybe you should see some YouTube videos. Any recommendations about 3 hours short or long? Yes, I have those videos for you. Just type them in. What's up, lifers? I'm glad to see all the viewers. Let's change the world. Thank you. I know one thing. I'm going to keep on knowing it. I love you, man. Been working out religiously for 7 years, and that's why you probably have a wonderful life. I heard FTX is going to start trading cryptos and stocks. Yeah, we were saying that on ATB recently. So look, measured move for the S&P. What is the S&P about to do? Well, the 1 hour is about to push to the upside in a flag. That's a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. All right. The S&P pumps today on a Friday afternoon and goes into a closing weekend. And honestly, this is a repercussion of the good Fed meeting. They were so dovish. Dude, Jerome Powell is like a sweet little teddy bear. He's like, well, maybe we may. When they start saying they made mistakes and backtracking and they have the BALZs to say that, that's changing the game. That was the most bullish thing. We didn't want him to say anything about COVID and anything about we didn't want any of that. All right. The second he went there, I was like, no. CNBC and CNN almost completely ruined the meeting. It was going so well. So they actually asked real questions. No, it's good. Those are questions we have to ask. But at the same time, you can tell they don't understand the economy fully. Anyone who's not buying Bitcoin right now doesn't understand supply and demand. They just don't. Anyone who doesn't get Bitcoin right now doesn't fully understand math, just can't fully get their head around the math. You know, it's just, but it will take time. Sometimes, some people, it's going to take them too much time and they're going to miss the boat, you know. So I see the S&P going up to a measured move, just like I saw that last measured move, all the way to 4,199, and breaking above 4,000 was a big deal. We went over this and talked about it. The second we broke this bigger trend, we went over it. Now, I'm not hyped about it all because, look, you have a high, a low, higher low. Just like Bitcoin, and we're talking about the trend we're in now, you got to make a higher high above this high. So until the S&P gets into my beautiful box up here, punches my box, until the S&P punches me in the box here, sorry if I made you laugh, I'm just shut up. But if until the S&P gets up here, rejected by the 200-day, it still doesn't make a higher high, and it could still be in a downtrend. So we got to get above this level here, 41,200, which ain't too far. So pretty good. I mean, we're pretty close. We get above there, you could start seeing some action. And honestly, look what I see now, which is crazy, but I just saw it for the first time. I see a bit of a shoulder, possible head. Are we making one of these boys? I mean, this would be beautiful, right? So just a projection, something to think about for the S&P. The S&P looks really good on the 1 hour. So I know the 4 hours pinned, and we'll have to deal with that. But right now, we got to get through the 1 hour. The 1 hour wants to push to the upside, baby. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Watch Gregory Marino. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I got that one wheel vision. Bro, you mean an electric unicycle? I saw one that did 40 miles per hour. Scary stuff. Liver, do you believe the macro cycle bottom is in for Bitcoin? I don't believe anything. I don't think anything, and I don't feel anything. I bought like the bottom was in because the indicators told me that it was very likely that it was in. I don't know anything else. So when the probabilities told me to buy a bunch of Bitcoin, I did it. There was nothing else I could have done. All right. Shout out to everyone in the trading group. We took YFI for 70% gains as it bounced and made a huge move. We took Cake last night for 21% gains, or more from last night, but we started it earlier on this cup and handle. Cake with a beautiful move. Bang, bang, bang. I mean, KP3R had a beautiful move for 35% gains, took it in on the 28th. Card. Someone gave me card on the live stream. I don't know if you remember. We went over it on the live. There's me on the live. This would bang up for 21% gains. Oh, look, this is the winner, though. Chicken dinner. I think it went up even 86 or 90. 79% gains. I saw it in this funky broadening wedge. I had the inverted head and shoulder there at this trend line. Falling wedge to the upside, and bang, we nailed the exact bottom for Ethereum Classic. I always try, I always call it Electronium. Ethereum Classic. Sorry. Ethereum Classic. Sabby Cup and Handy on the ETH 15-minute. Y'all know Gregory. All right. All right. And you are removed. No, I'm just... Okay. All right. You have a better chance of understanding when you're wrong than always being right. Tell them. Adam Shore 3X. Sorry, can't send super chat. Wife drained the bank account. Crypto Baker. Sam did an interview with McAfee. Watch the interview. It's pretty interesting. Shout out to MA63. Yeah, I did an interview with John McAfee. It was actually one of his best interviews. He tells you things that you've never heard. He worked for Lockheed, worked for NASA. The man was amazing. Like, no one gave him his full respect. They thought he was a meme. Some people thought he was a meme. But he was one of the greatest human beings to ever, basically give his brain to human society. Like, he did some of the most greatest things ever. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. He did. You could say, yeah, he did some crazy stuff too. But the man was a pioneer of minds, and he pushed forward. He spoke truth to power, and, he was a needed piece of information in the game. He really was. So let's take a look here. Look, I saw this cup and handle for Phantom 3L. This went up massively to the upside. Beautiful. 4 hours tripping, but if the 1 hour for Bitcoin pumps here, you're going to see a big pump for all this. So look, now we get into where is the money flowing and going. So you went over Bitcoin. How do you take advantage of Bitcoin? Well, this is a widened, broadening wedge. That's a bullish megaphone, if I've ever seen one. You had the shoulder, head and shoulder negated, bounce back up, pushing to the upside. Same thing. 15-minute needs to come on down. I make flags on my 15. Why? I'll show you. I'll be nice enough to show you. Watch this in real time. All right, let's go find a nice one. How do we figure out how to get into a pump here? All right, here's a good one. So I'm watching price action. I'm doing my thing one day. And, let me redo it actually. This is the replay tool. You got to understand how to use the replay tool. If you're not using the replay tool, you're doing yourself a disservice. Okay? So here, you go back in time. You see this bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder kind of forming. You see this falling wedge. You think you might get a pump. You look at the 7. The 7 is low. So you're like, all right, and this is why I trade the 7 sometimes. Look, and you're like, all right, 7 minutes touching the 21-day moving average low on the Stokes. We should get a move, and we should get a move on the measured move here, right? Try to get to that wick. Sometimes they'll go for that extra range. So now we play out that idea, and it hits, right? Now, once it hits right there, right, what we do is now I'm high on the 15-minute. Let's go to the 15. So the 15-minute got high. So I do this. I project. That's what we're doing right now on Bitcoin. I'm showing you this. Now, I know once price action gets away from the 21, it has to come back to it, get married, get close, or fall below it and go bearish. But it has to touch the 21 to do anything else. It can't do anything else till it comes near. Sometimes it comes very close, but 90% of the time it's going to touch it, hang out with it, and do the thing, And so, look, it touches it. So here, once we hit this high, you start projecting the flag. Here's the point. I'm trying to get it in real time, but it's not perfect, But right here, bear with me here. This is so key what I'm showing you. So right here is where, and that's why I exit my trades. Whenever I get a gap away from the 21-day moving average on price action, I get out of the trade. If the Stokes are high and I get a gap from the 21, I'm selling. And then I begin to project. Now, three things are going to happen. Price is going to continue up. Price is going to go sideways, or price is going to make a falling wedge. That's the only, or it could just make a slap down all the way. But it's really mainly three things. So you say, okay, could it keep going up? And you go here and you say, well, when the Stokes were high here, it didn't keep going up. The Stokes were high here, it didn't keep going up. The Stokes were high here, it didn't keep going up. The Stokes were high here. So the last 9 times in a row, the Stokes didn't keep going up. So now I can basically say, okay, there's a 1% chance, but it's highly unlikely that we keep going up. So it's very likely I could sell right here for a swing trade. So I began to find confidence in where I wanted to exit trades. Everyone likes to get in, but they're like, where do I sell? Where do I sell? I'm like, this is how you sell. Again, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but I sell when price action gaps away for the 21-day moving average. At that point, once I sell, I project 2 or 3, we're either going to make a falling wedge, a bull pennant, a bull rectangle, something like this. We don't know exactly, but I project into the future, and I know that the 21 is going to touch it. The closer the 21 is, the more likely we have a bull flag. The further away the 21 is, the more likely it pulls the price down into a price. And I just learned that last month. That was another tweak to my system. I was like, And so look, lo and behold, we touched the 21. Yeah. Thank you so much.
I'm leaving in a little while.
I thought you had my real necklace. I freaked out.
Sorry.
And look, Wigwag was wearing this last night, and I kept looking at it, and I was like, dude, I really like that. And he's like, you want it?
take it. And I was like, nah, come on, man. I can't do that. I kept saying, nah. But then I was like, man, he's giving it. I'm taking it. Like, that's that, you know? And so he was like, dude, it was so beautiful. Amethyst, you know? And I was just like, man, this is awesome. So, gonna look funny during the live. Maybe not, but I'm gonna rock it right now because he gave it to me, man. And I love when someone gives me something that's beautiful. So then when I wait for the Stokes to get low and curve, and look, that's when I begin to enter my trade. Touching the 21, low stochastics and curving. And bang, we should get a break to the upside now. And boom, look at that. And that's how you do it. Like, and so I set alerts, and I'm always using alerts, and I'm always using the 21, and I just gave you my special sauce. I probably shouldn't have. Only people that pay in the Discord should be getting that, but I love teaching, and I don't mind giving it away, baby, because more is coming where it came from. I'm going to keep deep diving every single day. I'm going to find more gems. You're going to have to keep coming to keep up with me. I'm going to find more and more stuff like this. You're going to want to keep showing up to this live if you want to keep up with this, because we are progressing at the speed of light, and we have 750 lifers that love it and that are adding and contributing to the vibrational energy. Vibrate at the highest level you can, and you will bring so many people into your life. I'm telling you right now, you will vibrate at the highest level possible. You will bring so many people into your life. You will attract the most positive energy that you could. So again, I went through the past. That's great. I showed you some stuff. What's going on with the future? So look, we're doing the same thing I just showed you. We're flagging out the 15-minute. This was like the most nice and soft way and clear that I have explained this ever. Hey, cryptolifer, I appreciate what you do. I'm in the trading group, want to join the class, but PayPal isn't working for me. Can I send crypto? Yes, everyone, and I'm so sorry. I have to reschedule the Saturday class. All right? I forgot a month ago, someone had invited me to Vermont, and I completely just forgot that I had said I would go, and it would be really nice for me to go. I really don't get to go to, you know, so I'm so sorry. It's unprofessional. It's wrong, but I'm going to have to move the Saturday class to next Saturday if you can, and I greatly apologize. People that have, you know, taking their time off. It is Friday. Lifer, I'm joining the group. What trading platform do you recommend using to get access to all the coins? I appreciate what you're doing every day here on YouTube. I want to learn so I can change my future. Bless you, bro. Shout out to Seahawks Meditation Music with the $20 super chat and asking a question. That's so nice of you. Much respect to you. So what trading platform do you recommend using to get access to all the coins? I appreciate what you do every day. I use KuCoin and 3 commas, you know? And honestly, I answer all these questions in my Welcome Center for free with a Crypto Bootcamp. Jump into the Crypto Bootcamp, everybody. Most people would charge you a few $100s, $1,000 for this. 5 beautiful videos to take you on a journey to trading crypto, the tools we use, how to trade it, how to set up a trade, you know? Then what you get in the Discord, so you know exactly what you're going to get before you pay. We're so transparent. We gave you everything you need. There's a Welcome Center here. You can see testimonials what people are saying every single day about the stream. You know, I blew my account, ended up finding cryptolifer, strictly been following his trades, and turned 250 into 15,000 in 28 days. Right? Lifer teaches you while making gains for you. What else can you ask for? And what's crazy is that if you soak in all that he says, and does, your life turns 180 for the positive. Greatest of all time. I'm realizing more and more from being in this group that I have OCBD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Thank you. Just 1 week member and made 4 times the subscription. Thanks to my friend, you're a wonderful person. Whenever you're in the Netherlands, your family can stay at our home. It's just, you know, and it just goes on. Some of them are very long. Take you some time to read. First day in the group, and I never use Discord, but having scanned it for a day, it's evident that it's an amazing, dedicated community. Respect to all you and the lifer himself. And I'm done. I don't want to spend too much time reading this stuff, but that's how you can figure out what goes on in the trading group. If you asked, you know. Rainier is awesome. And we also have elite traders. We also have a learning library where you can post your charts for the first time. A lot of people for the first time ever, this is where they first posted a chart, learning TA. And then I have a learning library. This is free. This is where so much, it's everything. And I just keep adding to it, giving you videos, talking about BOOKMAP, every single thing you need to know, how to trade retest, ups and downs, breaks, positional strength, order books, movement, and more. So jump on in. It'll blow your mind. All right. So Lifer, you have to put lemon zest in the water. It is all the healthy stuff. No worries, man. Thank you. Okay. Shout out to all the awesome moderators here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. So we're looking at Phantom 3L. If Bitcoin pops, Phantom 3L is going to pop. Look, it's making a bit of an inverted head and shoulder. We just took this coin for 100 and some odd %. Maybe we could take it again.
So look, it'll make a bit of a flag, right shoulder here. So we want to see this come on down. And we want to see the flag come on, continue, right? So the hype stopped. We kind of went flat. We didn't get the move we wanted. We were back at 24,300. We got rejected. Sad. I really wanted to see that move. It's a big deal that we get above that zone. So look what's happening now. We kind of just, 1 minute is, it's still flagging out though. I don't like the 1 minute for this. It's too janky up and down. It's not my thing. It doesn't give me the best, it's like, but right there, it did give you some bearish divvy right there. Swing up to swing up, swing down and swing down. And it had bearish divvy and an M. And we couldn't get above resistance. We got as high as 22,214. We needed 280. Can you believe that? Double tops are not higher highs. It is what it is. That's got to be the saving grace right there, boy. And now the 15-minute is starting to, make this flag. We hope it's ephemeral, short-lived, and that it pumps. When you're going to start Bitcoin mining, passive BTC? I would love to. Someone's got to show me the way. I don't have like a system, and it gets pretty hot, and I'll do it, though. Thank you for doing what you do, cryptolifer. You are changing lives. Lifer, you should drop a full untouched watermelon in that water. That would make you really vibrate. A full untouched watermelon in the water. How would you put a whole watermelon in there? That'd be impossible. Rewatching the McAfee video. It's awesome. That's the right shoulder forming right now. I mean, it is too, right? Look at this. Look what my man just said. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, baby. This would be beautiful. And if we bounce off this high volume node and never go lower on that shallow shoulder. So we're projecting an inverted head and shoulder for Bitcoin now on the 15-minute. We may have found it, friends. All right. All right, let's leave Bitcoin alone. We know what to do. We're watching the 15-minute. Again, when this trade comes on down, I would love to enter Phantom 3L and take this pump to the upside. So I'm already planning my escape out the skins in this world of, till I go call. Let's take a look at waves. Waves, I haven't looked at it in a second. Actually, I got to do the work. I want to get into the alt. It's so much fun, but I got to do the work. The work is looking at total, the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency. And look, it is starting to show that shoulder, head, right shoulder. Also, what I'm seeing is this. Looked like we broke out of the trend, but we broke back in. I've been seeing this pattern a lot break out. Remember? I've been seeing that pattern a lot. The right shoulder stays in there above resistance. This is a big deal. So look, total market cap looks like make a higher high. So how interesting is this? So Bitcoin didn't, but the total market cap did. Interesting. The trend is alive on the total market cap, everybody. So everyone's focused on Bitcoin, 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 but they're not looking at total, the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency. And I'm excited right now because if total's above that, it kind of means that Bitcoin's going to get the higher high. You get it? Because how does total put in a truth of a higher high and Bitcoin not also do the same? It would not make any sense. So look, we have a lower low, we have a higher high, we have a higher low, we have a higher high, we have a higher low, we have a higher high, we have a way higher low, and boom, 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 we did put in the higher high, and we're forming a flag, and I bet it looks good on the 1 hour with a movement to the upside, and I like what I'm seeing here for the total market cap. As you see me get excited right now, so boom, 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 market move is to $1.14 trillion. I just said it, trillion. We're in the trillions right now. Can you believe that? No, I remember when we were at 150 million. I remember when we were at 90 billion. I remember when we were at 180 billion dollars, and I was like, dude, we're gonna go to 300. We're gonna go to $1 trillion. We're now well above it. We're at $1.07 trillion, 1.07. Unbelievable. $1.079 trillion is where we're at right now. I mean, that's awesome. $79 billion above $1 trillion. We did not make an M pattern. We did make a higher high. I don't see, from swing up to swing up here. That swings up too. I do not see a bearish divvy there. Slight bearish div right there. Kind of played out already, though. Our bullish divergence, and we're pushing up in the stochastics. We just got to get through this 15-minute high here. See this? We just have to make sure this 15-minute doesn't bag us too bad. Just makes a right shoulder and goes sideways. It's soup. See how the 15-minute is going to lead us to glory? We dump down here and we go blah, 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 blah. It's over. This whole journey is sad, right? For now, We still made the higher high, though, so really not. Because total can now come down and make a higher low, and that's fine. Total did the work for the trend. I'm excited for this. This is interesting. I never juxtaposed this, but total did put in a higher high. I haven't seen any other YouTubers really talking about it, but Total put in the higher high last night. That's a big deal. We look at Total, the entire market cap of cryptocurrency, because it gives you a big idea of where we're going. And now Bitcoin back at 23.9, we're starting to trip out a little bit. We need to get that support bounce. We look at Total 3.2 as well, which is the total market cap of all of the altcoins. All right, excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin. That too made a higher high in the trend. So, yes, we could just be headed down to the bottom of the path. Like, look. Let's see here. Let me delete my old work for now. I'll group it. Always group your work. I wasn't grouping enough. I wasn't doing enough groups, you know, and they're so important, you know, because by grouping, you're able to keep ideas that you need and you don't have to get rid of them. And you can always have them on the back end whenever you need, and you just delete them all, right? So check it out. I just wanted to be clean. We're definitely at a trend, though. We didn't break trend. So we could easily come back down to the bottom of this trend. But that's fine. That's a higher low. At the end of the day, it's still a giant bear flag that could break you to the downside. I hate to be, you know, the bearer of bearish news. Now, the 2-week chart suggesting nay, nay, nay. And would we really go back to $274 billion? Would we erase $800 billion? You know, $730 billion out of nowhere? So levels need to be held. But I'm open-minded to believe anything is possible. You have to, you know. As a trader, you will eventually, if you trade enough, you'll see everything. And if you see everything, you'll eventually tell yourself not to put yourself all the way, you know. Let's take a look at crypto bubbles real quick. Someone suggested, I love crypto bubbles. Let's just see a really quick idea of what's happening. Qtum up 41, Cake up 17, Bitcoin Cash, Uni. We played Uni hard last night. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Uni and took it for gains. Clayton, GRT up, CHG, Chili's, TWT we've been playing, Theta, LDO, Lido Dow. We'll talk about that in the news too. XEC, right? BNB always kind of holding it down. Link had a bit of a move. Someone was talking about yesterday on the Link 3L. I should have went over it. I just forgot. Does total include stable coins? If Bitcoin goes up enough, massive distribution. And yeah, the cap could plummet, in my opinion. I don't know what he's saying. All legs to the upside. You were right, Lifer. The bottom was 17K. Anything is possible. We don't know yet. I bought like it was the bottom, though. My wallet will be right. I'll never come out and blatantly be like, that was the bottom, because you just can't do stuff like that. That's not how a good trader, that's just not good trading mentality, to tell yourself you know where price is going. But the oscillators, and the probability is very high that the bottom is in. I say there's a 75 to 80% chance the bottom is in for Bitcoin. Humbly speaking, yes, I do. But again, anything is possible. We must stay open-minded. I don't lead my people to slaughter. So if you hang out with me, it's likely you won't get led to slaughter. I'll give you every information you need to succeed. We just got wicked up really nicely by pressure there. But we told you we were coming down because the 50-minute was overbought. And we were at tweezer tops right there too. Right shoulder, baby. Right? And then I had a really neat chart too. Check it out. I got a really nice and neat chart for Bitcoin because I know this is a lot, right? Wow, we do a lot of work on this show, though. It's like, I'm like constantly grouping. This one is the nice one here. Look at this one on the 4-hour. That's really the easiest, nicest way to see Bitcoin. Nice and easy. You know, the 4-hour wants to dump on you. 1 hour wants to make a higher high. Can you get it in? It's so, like you can see this battle going on here. It's pretty crazy, right? Like I tell you, you're away from the 21-day moving average. You're going to have to touch it. 21 crossing the 50 is a good sign. Again, I told you we're in a bull run. We start a bull run if we get above the 200-day moving average. Right now, we are starting the beginnings of what will start a bull run. I have to say it out loud. No one else will say it. They don't have the BLZs. I've backtested it for years, so I know when I'm saying it that I can hold myself to it. There's a high probability that this is as long as we stay, it's not a high probability. As long as we stay above this yellow line on the 4-hour, this yellow moving average, which is the 200-day on the daily,
That's how bull markets begin. And I back test it for you and show it to you if you want. I mean, we can go through this. Last bull run that we ever had here, the biggest run, the correction, we got above it on the 4 hour. And we kind of, once we went below, we fought it again. Once we got above it again, we were gone. Being above that 200, that yellow line is a big deal. Right there, it was a boom. Right there, it was a boom. And the big run that we had. Every time we dipped above it, we were gone. Gone, baby, gone. We had the pandemic dump right there, March 13, 2020. We got above this, and look, that was the catalyst. We got close to it again, boom. We fell below it again. Once we got above it, we never went below it again. All the way up until right here, where was a correction. You have officially won me over. Your work ethic is second to none. I'm going to get in the group, baby. You teach me how to trade, and I'll teach you how to mine. What you want, brother. Yo, thank you so much, man. Really show me how to mine, dude. Help me set it up. Help me get it going. I'll start allocating funds, and I'll get it in, dude. I'll become one of the biggest miners in the world. Let's do it. Why not? I don't even care if I broke even on the mine. As long as I didn't lose money, I would mine for the network. And I'm sure I'll make money. I'm not trying to mine for tons. I just want to build the network and be part of it and be part of the infrastructure to be able to look people in the face and be like, yes, I'm a Bitcoin miner. I support the network. I make it happen. That would make me feel like pretty substantial in life, like to be the person that's actually helping create the real form of new money in the world. So thank you so much, man. Blessings to you for the $9.99. I'll see you in the Discord. We'll become friends. All of my lifers are my friends. I hope to take you to dinner one day as well, just like my man took me out last night. Shout out to each and every one of you. Shout out to Wigwag. I love you. I had such a good time. Your smile was infectious. Everyone we met, you smiled, you smiled, you smiled. All right. And we always have someone on the super chats, PLSLD and GRD, PLSDUSDC here, right, is what he was asking for. Pulse Doge going, why are you making me do this? Pulse Doge. I remember Pulse Doge, though. It's actually a hot coin for me back in the day. So it's got, not a lot of price action to look at. You have heavy resistance there. Just kind of like Bitcoin. See how Bitcoin's at the double top? It's doing the same thing. Isn't that funny? Even though this made a higher high, though. Very interesting that total market cap made a higher high. Very interesting to me. I mean, ETH has something to do with that. ETH is in there. We're going to have to look at ETH. So, look, this broke out of that channel. It made a beautiful double bottom to the upside. Look, bottom, bottom. And it banged up, right? But it's getting extended in the 4 hour, which is a big time frame. Came back down and bounced off of look, if you even took this mini impulse. Yeah, 618 fib. Anyway, here's our resistance here at 5.49. Got above the high. You're looking for a bounce off this local resistance or there. But you got a rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time. All right. So you're looking for a drop, probably. It's kind of an extended M. So you're looking for a drop here or here, right? Stochastic's coming on down, in my humble opinion. Might even pull a fib there on this whole level of movement. Alt F is your fib shortcut. I wouldn't be surprised if you did come down to the 618.5 area. This is a poop coin, though, man. I'd be careful. I feel uncomfortable doing poop coins until we get further on into the market. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, Super chats. Let's look at GRT. I own some GRT. The graph. I thought it was going to be a beautiful project because it's how you search the internet. All right? So, look, we looked at this. I thought it might come down one more time, but it broke out and bounced. Doesn't matter. My system is set the alert, wait for it to come on, and what will happen is the alert will hit and you'll be right there. And so I'm either buying the bottom or the retest. So I'm not really wrong because the stochastics are just going to give you the best entry. As long as you wait for them to tell you when. You know what I'm saying? Wow, so Grappling Protocol had a huge move above its old high there. It's a good time. I want to see it make some support moves and bounce here off that support zone. Actually looking like it's in a bit of a flag here on the 1 hour time frame. Just like Bitcoin, in a way, is that bullish flag. It's low stochastics. Bitcoin pumps. This will pump. 15-minute needs to head on down. So, look, I don't get in when the 50-minute's high. As I showed you, every time the 50-minute was high, these weren't good entries. So that's why I don't enter when the 15-minute is above the dotted line. Just not a good look. And there's anomalies. It's not always going to be perfect. Some days it's going to pump, and you're going to be like, man, so be it. If you just keep your trading style the same way and you keep hitting it, it's all going to go the way you want it to go. All right? Yeah, I definitely want to get into mining, for sure. I've always wanted to get serious about mining. I want to build a shed, get the water cooling. Really bad in Massachusetts, though. Our energy level, our energy and all that is high, so, So, look, we're looking, just like Bitcoin's trying to make that right shoulder, it ricochets through everything. Look, there's your shoulder, there's your head. Remember, Bitcoin's making the right shoulder? Same scenario here. So you're waiting, everyone's waiting on this 15-minute to come on down. Like 90% of the market. 15-minute comes on down, we get this bullish cross, we get a bullish sign that we don't break a lower low, GRT is going to bang on you for 21% gains. But I don't get into the alert hits. It's all about the alert, all right? And sometimes what you even do is I'll just put in a line here. You can put alerts anywhere. Up to 2,000 alerts, once you get a pro plan, you can put them anywhere. So I put alert after alert. And once you hit the most, it will tell you hit a limit, and then you can just delete what you don't need, and you can just keep adding alerts. It just never stops. I have an alert section in my trading group where I teach you how to set alerts, why to set alerts, and how to watch trades through alerts. If you're not using alerts, and basically 90% of your trades should be entered with an alert system. If it's not, you're going to lose most of your trades. Why? Because you're going to go in whenever you feel like it, not when the alert told you was the highest probability to get in. People that aren't using alerts are getting bagged. You got to lose alerts. I ask students when they're like, I'm losing a lot, I'm getting a lot of stop losses. I'm like, no. So the first thing they say is, I'm not using alerts. Bang, bang, bang. And we're able to figure out right off the bat why they're struggling. Alerts are hard because they take focus and time, and people don't want to focus their time. All right, so set an alert on the 15-minute low Stokes. And you'll find other ways to set alerts. You might find some people do the crossing. I use a vertical line. I use a bunch of different things to make sure that I kind of trap price in where I want it to go, right? So set alert to the 15-minute on the low stochastics. Very important that we do that, all right? That's extremely important. And when that alert hits, then I don't enter the trade immediately when the alert hits. I reassess at that moment and look at the market again. Gives you a secondary time to see what may be happening before you decide just to go all in. You gotta just kind of hold back. So 23,890, we're back into 23,008. Makes sense. We're going to get that pullback. Don't get scared. All right. Don't let red candles freak you out. This is weird. I called JSN S, and this thing just like. It's weird. It did pump, but it's not even showing what it used to be at. Like, this isn't the real price action. Somehow the S token isn't being shown well. And there was a lot of gaps in tokens. Everyone noticed that? There was like gaps in tokens. I don't know what happened. It was just like certain TA just had a gap in it. I was looking at Prometheus. I didn't think it would pump yet. I was just starting to get ready to look at it. That's pretty crazy. We talked about UNFI last night, and we hit it for massive gains. Still holding a beautiful gain here. Like, it did not pump and dump. It's holding huge gains. It went to a high of 76% gains for UNFI. Bang, bang, ba-bang. And Sean, we'll get, if you're listening, if you're out there, which you probably are, we can get UNFI up there because I did post it, I think last night or the day before. UNFI, and you'll find it. I believe. Let me send you the after. Bang, bang, bang. All right. Look at this person showing me their setup right away. He said, I want to help you get into mining. Let's do it. Dude, I want to mine so bad. You have no idea. I just want to mine so bad. I'm having trouble joining the trading group. I paid $99 to me 6, and they said I was subscribed. But as I go to my Discord, I still have locked in the group. Is there any way you can help? Email my team at cryptolifers@gmail. We get like 50 emails a day now. A lot of times people have 2 Discords for whatever reason, and the one they link is not the right one. I don't know why that happens, but that's what goes on. All right. So let's look at the Dow Jones. Let's look at the world market. So the S&P was good. The S&P looked nice. Total looks nice. Total 3 looks nice, right? We're kind of trucking along here. We have higher lows, so it's okay. We can make a lower low now in the bigger time frames. However, Bitcoin, funny. Bitcoin didn't make the higher high yet. It's kind of strange. It's a weird thing. Let's kind of look at the dollar index. We can't leave it alone. We got to look at it every day. So we talked about it here in this kind of emerging cup and handle, and it was low on the 4-hour, trying to pump to the upside. we must respect this idea here. It's at the bottom of this trend line. Let me clear this up a little bit. So the bottom of the trend line, it's at a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. Bitcoin's in a bit of an M. This is a bit of a W. So look, you flip this upside down. This is like Bitcoin's M, even though you can't really see it. That's Bitcoin's M there, you know. So the dollar index wanting to pump on the 4-hour time frame, wanting to dump on the 1 hour. So beautiful. Rejection to the downside, please. Can this be a bit of a funky M here? Funky M Medina. And can this drop to the downside? Falling wedges break to the downside. They break down nice and they fall quick. They just like, usually just like a bloom. Also, this is a rising wedge that would begin a breakdown. And then the 4-hour pump up would be a bearish retest. So I want to see this 1 hour dump for the dollar index. It's a pretty bullish sign. Again, 15 minutes low, but it's just a 15 minute. So we want to see the 15 minute do a little M. Oh, this is beautiful. Look. M pattern. So we want to see the 15-minute pump out of this wedge. Bitcoin will go down to like 23,005, 23,004, maybe even 23,250. 2 hours from now, we'll get the pump. This will hit a high. 15-minute will get extended. Come on down. The 1 hour will dump on us. And Bitcoin will get that rally for the higher high. It would make sense. That would all make 100% sense. So that's what we're looking for. Now we're going to jump into the funnest part of the show, where the money is. We're going to look at the gems, the KuCoin gems. We're going to look at all the different things. I updated my list. We're going to see where the money's flowing, what's happening. We're going to take a look at alerts and systems. We're going to find out. Maybe a coin right now. We might even see a live pump. You never know what could happen on the live. Shout out to my man ARS for the super chat. Much respect to you. Can you look at Kadena? I would love to. We'll take a look at Kadena. Did you see the Teddy Doge rug pull over the weekend, sir? No, I don't look at those horrible little coins anymore right now. Gregory Sniper, sorry, it wasn't a lot. I sold almost all my crypto in January and actually went in debt to pay for my mom's funeral. So I'm grinding 2 jobs trying to claw out of this hole. You're not trying, you are climbing out of this hole. Get the word try out of your life. I'm so sorry about your mother's loss. I know you're doing what you have to do, but you are grinding and you are clawing out of the hole. You're not trying, you're grinding. Look at this. When you tell someone you're going to try to do something, you're never going to do it. And I always tell everyone, you're at a high school reunion, right? You haven't seen these people in 10 years, 5 years. And then you see someone, oh, I really like, we should get lunch like next week, man. It's been a long time. Yeah, I'll definitely try. If you say to that person, I'll definitely try to do that, you're not doing it. But if you tell that person, like, I'll see you. Yeah, let me put it on my schedule. Like, I'm really going to figure out a way to see you. So don't use the word try. And the second you start using it, get it out of your vocabulary. It's detrimental to us when we don't know it. It's so sad because we're like, oh, I want to try. Yeah, I'll try to be there. I'll try to do that. It's like, you're not going to do it. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. You're never going to try. Trying is neither of those. So there's only black and white. Try is like gray. It's either day or night. Like, I mean, I guess you could say there's dusk, right? But, UNFI looking scrumptious on the 1 hour and the 15-minute. A lot of times I see a pump out of that, even though the 4 hour could be spent, which it is on you. So you just got to be careful there. If I already took profits, I wouldn't touch this. So don't force a scalp. But you got a little bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder there. And this thing's been getting some attention. So could see a pump here. See how I drew true patterns just in case in my head. 27% gains out of the smaller pattern to the upside. The 15-minute is where I would enter right now. So I would enter here on the 15-minute. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. All right. Yeah, 7-minute looks good. 15-minute looks good. 1 hour looks good. But again, you could dump to the downside at any moment. Just because I think something looks good and my probability is there does not mean it's going to move. There's no guarantees of anything in trading. You got to get that through your head. People get too comfy with what they feel, what they think, what they know. It doesn't work like that. You got to just consistently be smooth with it and always tell yourself that you don't know what's going to happen. The better off you are, the more you do that. I'm telling you right now. Did you work out today, baby? I'm just feeling the workout. I got a pump. Sorry. Just got a nice pump out of the day. Oh, I'm feeling good. Sorry, I just had sometimes I get this extra energy. I just got to get it out in some way, shape, or form. I know it came out of nowhere, but that's just how I feel. I'm all calm, and then I'm like, You got to grab life by the horns. You know what I'm saying?
So the 15-minute and the 1 hour are both oversold here, okay, on UNFI. All right. This thing could make a move here. Looking like a shoulder, head and a shoulder, tight moving average touching the 21. They are far apart. If you get a pump, what you're looking for is this. Look, you get the pump up, and what the pump up's going to do, it's going to confirm bearish divergence. So we're looking for one little more pump to give us the bearish div, and then we can short UNFI. Ah, interesting. Front running bearish divergence. Unbelievable, right? I just, that's another new trick I can teach you. All right. How to front run bearish div. Nothing's guaranteed. All right. Just because I hit so many trades yesterday, the day before, doesn't mean I hit every trade today. 1,000 profit yesterday. Thank you. Anytime, Texas D Crypto, my man. Thank yourself, man, for getting in there and making it happen. TCP, the crypto prophecies. Tight channel and boom to the upside. Also, what else you could have done here is drawn a fib. The fibs work for these. Look at that fib at the 618. Buy the 618 and you gone, baby, you gone. I'm not telling you to buy the 618, but a trader. 618 many times is your reversal move. Back to the upside. MATIC. Let's take a look at Kadena and MATIC. My man asked for Kadena a while back. Sorry, it took me a second here. Taking a look at Kadena. And look, I talked about Kadena in this giant coup del handle. Look at that. And so we gave you Kadena, slow mover, doesn't give huge gains and takes a while. But so far it is up 19% gains on Kadena. And I basically gave the exact bottom entry there for Kadena. Let's just take a look when I looked at Kadena, KDA. My team even had it too, all over it, It was my team just all over it. 726. Look at this. I have elite traders just absolutely nailing it, but this is the post here by Rainier. And look how neat he was. Kadena on the radar. Falling wedge. Daily SI is low. 4-hour SI is low. 0.786 fib retracement. MACD showing lack of bearish momentum on the point of control. I'll be watching this today to see if the 1 hour reset can maintain the level. Volume falling with falling price, indicating the sellers are getting less. RSI, a bullish momentum. Like unreal, right? And then you look at his chart. And you see it was the bounce there off the 151 area for Kadena. Did he get it? Yeah, I mean, there was the 151. Boom, it was gone, 173. Shout out to my elite traders nailing it for Kadena. I saw it too as well. Cup and handle to the upside here for Kadena. Also, 1, 2, 3, quadruple bottom. Bang, bang, bang. Kadena looking good. Is it going to continue? Let's take a look at the 1 hour and see what we see happening. Bit of a flag right now, which is nice. That's a flag for sure. 1 hour wants to push up. As I showed you, that total market cap looking bullish. So it's trading is so basic to me at the end of the day. It's only a few things that can happen. Everyone thinks there's so many more probabilities than there are. You know what it is? You just have to see so many of them to finally condense them all. So your mind doesn't, but look, we could either make the M or we're getting above here and we're making a move. So once we get to the zone, that's going to be a level. I like to usually take profits at resistance. But we got the 1 hour wanted to push. The 15-minute needs to come down, just like Bitcoin, making that right shoulder. You can see how Bitcoin is in everything. I call it a ricochet, or its energy flows through everything that we trade. Every single thing. BNB up 8.6%. And that little ticker on the bottom, how nice is that ticker? To be able to see what's happening every day in the live. Unbelievable, right? Purging, baby, purging. Shout out to each and every one of you. So measured move here. So how I would trade Kadena, again, alert system down here on the 15-minute. When that alert hits, right? And so let me show you. I'm being nice today. I'm like giving away everything. I don't know why I'm being so nice, but you know what? I realized that my life just keeps getting better the more I give. And so I don't want to stop giving. And so some days I give I give it right here. This is like my advanced class. I mean, I guess you should take the beginner's course too to understand what is really happening. All right. Look, measured move 1.98. All right. On Kadena. And so
You have Michelle at 1
where are you going?
to get a haircut.
What? What about my breakfast?
Figure it out.
Figure it out?
Yeah.
What? What is that? What is that? Couldn't you just cook it, like leave it in the stove hot for me? I love you, babe.
You don't have to do anything but be a wonderful wife. And you take care of that baby so lovely. I love you so much, my love. No, you don't. Impossible to love me more. I love you, babe. You love me too much, my love. So we're waiting for this, and it might not go that low. It might go a little lower, but we're waiting for this to happen. Now we could get the short squeeze and get pushed up. That is okay. Then I wait for it to come down anyway and then buy this level or that level. Never chase. My system teaches you to never chase and only buy into alert systems. All right? Now, there's sometimes I see something, I get in because it looks hot without the, like it's where the alert would have sent me anyway. So that's how I play Kadena. All right? And there's no guarantees, but at least I set myself up for the best way to trade. I wait for the price to come to me. I wait for my idea to happen. And look, we also would be at an SR flip. Previous resistance would become new support for a movement to the upside. We're also in this broadening wedge here. Music is strange. I think that's what kind of killed it, right? What is this? Like, no. 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 Like, what? I'm trying to do some deep house that, like, moves the market, gets my mind flowing, and they're trying to play me. Anyway, so that's how I'd play Kadena with my alert system here, and I'll post this to the alert system for the trading group. Watch Kadena on the 50-minute alert. So you can see it. Now you can see how I'm potentially setting up. I could set up 7 or 8 of these trades. Bitcoin dumps. It's going to kill every trade. And you can say, oh, he's the worst trader. No. I set up all these. So that's why you don't buy what I post. You have to know what's happening in the market and watch it with me. I'm posting the setups that are highly likely to play out if Bitcoin plays ball with us. But there's no, I don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. I can't guarantee that it's going to play ball. All I know is the likelihoods of trades that will play out if Bitcoin does play ball, right? I'm not a psychic. I feel like I may be sometimes, but I'm not. You know, maybe I am psychic, but I'm not a psychic. I don't know that I am. I may feel it, but not know how to use it yet, you know? Setting alerts on the 15. You know, 1 hour looks bullish. You see? And that S&P looking bullish to me is in the same thing. I want to see that S&P. The S&P pumps. All your altcoins are going to pump. Isn't that crazy? The S&P pumps your alts. I learned that the other day. I was like, oh, I get into an alt. Because I always knew it, but I finally looked at it. I'm like, oh, I want to trade an alt. I want to make sure the S&P's pumping. The S&P pumps, I can trade an alt. So crazy. So crazy. Like, how we figured it. And that took months of just battling the charts and figuring that out. Like, you didn't figure that out immediately, you know? How's your family doing? How are your kids doing? How are you doing? How's your mom and dad doing? How's everybody in your life? How's your aunt and uncle? How are your nieces? How are your nephews? How you feeling, baby? How's your sister? How's your brother? How's your half-sister? How's your step? How's everybody in your family? I hope they're doing well. I hope they are feeling good that you're now a crypto lifer. One of my friends said, you know, his whole family is so happy since he joined the group. He's been better and happier to be around. Everyone is liking him. He said, man, thank you so much for a better life. I said, hey, just keep showing up, doing what you got to do, and you're going to make it happen for yourself. Remember, you are the best thing that ever happened to yourself. You will continue to move. Look, we looked at this flag after MATIC broke out. Measured move for MATIC was 109. We hit 94. Went as high as 99. It can't. Of course, psychological resistance at the bean. And the same thing for MATIC trying to get above a high. But look, it did make a higher high, barely, for MATIC. Interesting. So let's take a look. Does MATIC have more gas in the tank? That's what my man is trying to figure out. You had a shoulder ahead and a shoulder there. You did dump to the downside. Ugly little move. I like to look at all my indicators from the daily here. Daily is low and ready to rock. So that's a beautiful flag for MATIC, and it's just breaking out. That's a breakout for MATIC on the daily time frame. All right. That's going to be a bit of a Sammy cup and handy to the upside. It's not perfect, but it has the remnants, the feelings of a cup and handle. That actually would have a way bigger target. Nice a trajectory for MATIC. Once MATIC breaks the dollar, that's psychological. It's probably going to rip back up to about $1.32 and then into the buy box here at 156. I would not be surprised if we got fast moving from MATIC. Remember, now that the daily's on your side, it's easier to trade the smaller time frames, right? So we're going to wait for this. So again, look, just like MATIC, we can just put a flag here on the 4-hour. Wait for it to touch. The 21-day moving average. Wait for the Stokes to get low. See, I do it on every time. But we might flip early, though, based on the 1 hour. So this is something that I'm watching closely here. And if you tell yourself you never know, then you'll be able to kind of, it's basically like riding a bull. Trading is like riding a bull. You don't know which way the bull is going to go. If you tell yourself which way the bull is going to go, you're probably going to get thrown off the bull. But if you give yourself 5 or 6 scenarios, and if he goes left, I'm going to swing right. If he goes right, I'm going to swing left. And if he goes forward, I'm just going to, and that is trading. You move when you have to move. You don't, if you made the move, like if I open up a trade before I see confirmation, that's like throwing yourself left before the bull goes right. Trading is very similar to riding a bull. I've never said this before, and I never thought about it, but it really is, because it's this fast-paced movement, and you only have these moments in time to harness the reins, to grab it. It's not always so easy, and it's not right there in front of you. You got to go for it. You got to go for it. Okay? So you got resistance here at 99. We got to break through that for MATIC, but the measured move is to 106 for MATIC. I would trade MATIC 3L for this. Nice music for this, huh? What are you going to do? How are you going to trade MATIC as we fold into the next mode? Crypto Kirby. I can't stand that. Like, Crypto Kirby, the dawn. The next trade has come across. However, he did make a huge mistake, and he was like, I traded, and my trade got hit. Sometimes my trades will go out fine. I was like, all right, man, at least you admit that your trade went bang, But come on, how are you going to do that? I have a voice, and I get it. But what if I was like, welcome to Crypto Kirby? Whatever. I love everybody. It's just funny, man. But look, we got to get above this resistance here at 99 cents. I mean, that's psychological. All right. We got to wait out the 15-minute, just like everything. And again, you flag out the, see how it's a constant toil of flagging. And look, there's a cup and handle there too. Shabby cup and handle to the upside. Marv, the last time I saw that, it was 1975. I was wearing a wig. Well, I mean, I had I had a mullet, but it had been shaved off, Look at this guy. I love this. Thank you for helping. I think a video explaining the Discord group and how it operates could be very helpful for the newbies. If you choose to create it, I would make a disclaimer explaining the importance of watching the video before doing anything else. I did that, dude. Come on, man. Like, it's so funny, man. These people are like, I love y'all, but I've thought out exactly how you need to come into the group. People just don't listen to me. They just don't listen. Look, if you're new and just joining, you have work to do. You paid for it. Now it's time to get it in. First thing, open up the boot camp and watch the videos in there. This includes the Discord outline video. It shows you how to operate the Discord and what goes on in the Discord. So, like, then I get a DM telling me to make that video. I'm not mad. I'm happy about it, but please just do what I ask, watch the videos. You got to go to the boot camp and spend at least a couple hours in there before you ask any questions, because I've answered so many of your questions in the boot camp. I got you. Trust me, I got you. I want to see you succeed. I love you. I want the best for you. I figured out a way to get you there. My wife asked me if I had seen the dog bowl. And I told her I didn't know the dog could. Hey. Why was the strawberry so upset? Because his parents were in a jam. Hey. You got to admit, the little drum kind of makes it so you can say corny jokes and get away with it. Without the drum, you can't say a corny joke. See, if you say a corny joke, like, what did the traffic light say to the car? Don't look, I'm changing. Hey! Oh, come on, you gotta like it. You gotta like it. Hey, over here. Zero allegiance. Man, you funny, man.
All right, send in the super chats, everybody. Give me something to do. Watch that video, and then the pattern video, and then the fit video. Plenty of videos in education. The drum helps. It does, though. Sound effects and laugh tracks make entire careers for bad comics. Isn't that funny? Is that so funny? Oh, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. UNFI on the rise. I mean, it looked nice to me. I don't see why I wouldn't make a little gainer. A little bit of a gainer. Ooh. Ooh. And look at that. Live on the camera here. Up 10%. So look. 10% made. We can even be shy. I find 6.7. There's another live gain here on the channel. So bang, bang, bang. Live pumps, dude. Can you check YFI? Thanks. Shout out to Andrew Rutledge. I love that last name. Rutledge. The Rutledge family. Tough family. They know how to get rough in the ledges. Don't encourage him. Super chats, Ada. And we put up banners all the time explaining to watch the welcome videos and to go to the learning library. Super chats, Ada. Here's one, my fave. I long for the day a chicken can cross the road without this. I long for the day a chicken cross the road without its motives being questioned. Yeah. Cup in hands on Adam on the 12-minute. The 12-minute? Oh, come on. How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little. That's weird. Put a little boogie on. Oh, come on. Here we are, over 500 likes. You were going to show us a free trading liquidity indicator. Okay? Okay. I'll do it. I will do exactly what I say I'm going to do every single time because I love it. Look, MACD about to get across here, pushing up on the Stokes with that candle. UNFI about to make gains again to the upside. My wife told me I was rude for yawning when we were arguing. I told her I wasn't yawning. I thought it was my turn to speak. Hey, you know, Rodney Dangerfield over here. You know, I was with my wife the other night. She told me, hey, how come you never why don't you take me somewhere I've never been? All right, so I brought her to the kitchen. Hey. Oh, my gosh. You got to love that one. That one's the best. Oh, man. My wife told me she had really, we can't even do some of his jokes. They're too much. Look, we thought about Cardano making a big gain yesterday. We talked about it. 44, it was in this flag. Cardano banged on him to the upside. Cardano did the gains. And honestly, it's in a bigger little cup they'll handle here. Look at Cardani. So there's a chance Cardano moves on up. We got to get over this 4-hour hump. The daily and everything else kind of really wants to get it going. So yeah, it's a little high now after we pumped up, but there's still momentum is what I'm saying. And we can get above certain support and resistance levels. Let me delete everything. It's too messy for me. I got to start fresh. So Cardano has huge resistance at 64 cents for sure. It has resistance here at 59. And then right here, it's right at resistance at right where it's at, right? Does it have the movement on the 1 hour like everything else? It does. This whole market wants to move. Like you can just smell it, right? However, it's in Cardano's funny. It's like, it's got a shorter flag. Like that's a tiny little flag. I don't even know I can make that a flag. It's more like in this, it's like in an upward channel. 15 minutes still needs to come on down and make that right shoulder, just like Bitcoin. Shoulder, head, just like Bitcoin. See? It's all correlated. It's all in there. And that's actually making a nice falling wedge too. Little flag that could break out. Just like Bitcoin. And it's above a high-powered node there. High-volume node. High-powered for sure. So I wouldn't be surprised if you got at least look at this cup they'll handle to the upside. Measured move is the length of the pole. You can't go anywhere until price tells you can go there. You find the pattern, and then that tells you where you're going to go. I hit it all the time, so it has to work. So Cardano, for a quick little move back to the upside here, makes sense, just like what we just showed you before where we hit 11 cents. Not a huge gainer, though, and then would have to make a bigger move to the upside. So Cardano could be struggling, but let's see. If it can get above this resistance, it'll change the whole story, right? And it is trying to make a higher high here, see? Battling out. Did it make a higher high? That's the yellow line. The 15-minute candle did close higher, but did the 1 hour candle close higher? Yeah, it did. So Cardano did make a higher high. You see that in the trend. Except for this one up here. So it's still got to break resistance at 54 cents.
Cardano. Old Cardano. Yeah, Vassal hard work has been delayed, so probably going to sideways for a while, as usual. Yeah. Do you feel like Cardano will exist in 5 years? Definitely, for sure, without a doubt in my mind. Are you shorting or longing? Cardano used to be my favorite stablecoin. Even better means you are prepared in advance with ammo to embarrass the heck out of them in the future. Exactly. I asked my wife on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate me as a lover? She said, you know I'm no good at fractions. Ronnie was a genius, man. 0 with the level of dad jokes you must have. So funny, man. Still a fan of MTRG. I do like MTRG. Meter Covenant Token. Y'all need some women outside the American culture. My lady be cooking the bombest food and providing so much love. I could never make jokes like that about her. Dude, my wife is the same. I got a she's Afghan, but she was born in America, but she's definitely outside of American culture. She treats me like gold, bro. Like a piece of gold, man. Do you feel like Cardano will exist in 5 years? Yes, I'm a long-term holder of Cardano. I got in at 2 cents and 8 cents, and I won't let go. I'm still up 25x on my investment on Cardano, if you can believe it. So I'm still sitting pretty. I'm not scared, and yeah, Cardano. All right, everyone, I got to show you this liquidations indicator real quick before we get out of here. I got to teach you the ways. I'll find it in my DM here. Dingo did it recently for me, and so did Anku, but 2 people did it for me. You guys are super nice. So let's get this out here. Yeah, okay. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to Bitcoin USD here. All right. All-time history index is going to work for us. See what work we have on here. I never know what work I got cooking. Oh, yeah, I like that work, actually. So we're going to go and group that. Back above 24K for Bitcoin. Short squeeze is on, baby. We shouldn't be back above 24K. It's a big deal. I like that. So we go back to Bookmap, and I believe we're going to get our squeeze. I really do. You can see the liquidity. They try to put more down here now. Interesting. Now they're battling. There's just now they're even. Look at the red map. The red is even now. A little lighter on the downside, a little fatter up here. But it's a battle now at 24,000. Less liquidity on the Friday, so it's going to have a little trouble moving. And that's good. That's what's supposed to happen on a Friday. We're all set. Everything is formatting, everything is in the formation it should be. Okay, so we're going to look here on the daily. All right. And we're going to go up here to indicators. And we're going to type in, I believe, liquidation levels by MLAPications. All right. I believe that's what it is. All right. But I believe I have to be on the, maybe he said I have to be on a smaller time frame. But then there's some settings that we have to check. I can't read that. So one thing, Discord makes it too small on the inset. I can't read these lately. My eyesight's getting worse. 0.01 and then show everything. All right. Inputs 0.01 and show everything. All right. Bear with me here. This is a big deal. You want to stay. You want to see this. I can't do it fast. Like talk 1,000 miles a minute like I usually do. This takes some time. 0.01. Did he pull 0.01? Yeah. He said maybe the 5-minute chart. Show me the money, guys. The 1-hour chart. There it is. All right. So look, this is really cool. It's showing me where everybody is. Okay. And it's showing me the height of their leverage too. So look, if I go here, 100x leverages are the green. The 25x's are the blue, right? The 25x longs are the pink. So you can see how many more people are short right now than long. And usually they go get the shorts. So it tells me that everyone is still short here and there's so much liquidity and there's way more liquidity up here than down here. right? Where's the 100x? Where are the 100x people? I like to see these clowns. 100x people are this. I'm going to make it a yellow because I want to really see these 100x people. And so you can see the yellow dots are all 100xers. See them? This is crazy, right? And so this is, you can see. And so if they're going to liquidate people and go after the liquidity, you can clearly see that there's so much more liquidity up here than down here, okay? And so if you were going fishing and you wanted to get some fish, where would you go? You would go up here. You might go down here first and scoop, though, and grab what you can. You know, there's a lot of people going long down there. They're all leveraged long. You can see these people, like, it's just so funny. So, wow, back to 23.8 real fast for Bitcoin. We'll take a look at Bitcoin in a second. I'll do my last update. But I just wanted to show you this. The indicator is indicators. Just type in LIQ. Liquidation levels by MLapplications.com. And then you're going to have to go to your settings. Change that to 0.01, or you won't be able to see, you know, it'll be too, the range will be too hard, you know. Show statistical point price labels above the points. I don't see it change when I did that. Oh, they actually, are they there? Let me see. Yeah, look, you can actually see it here now. So it's the short liquidations, and you can see people that went short and didn't get hit yet. Okay. This is a cool tool. I'm going to save this as the AA Lifer Liquidator. And I keep adding stuff to my toolbox every single day, everyone. It never stops. The second you get lazy is the second that you stop learning. You got to keep going at the speed of light. Let's take a look at BTC on our Binance chart, and we're just going to take a look at what we've been tracking this whole time. All right. We're going to get rid of the 4-hour big. We're going to go into the work we just did, which is right here. 15-minute flag, yep. And so at the end of the day, we're just watching this, and there, 7-minute maybe holding us down. It is. Look at that 7-minute getting trumped, but holding us in the flag. 7-minute has been a graceful time frame recently to really get us through ups and downs. So we're watching this zone here. You can see we have 7-minute support right there. We don't want to break 23,700. So again, though, I mean, we didn't get above the resistance, so it's more likely you're going to dump than come down, but we need to wait for the 1 hour to do what it needs to do. See, my trading style keeps you patient, so you don't just force things, all right? So we're waiting for this little flag on the 15-minute to figure itself out here. Pump to the upside, hopefully. Hopefully, all right? Make a right shoulder, hopefully. Once you start breaking these two areas, it's kind of over. Once you make a lower low than this low, I would wait for one more jump up, and then I would short the market on the lower low. All right. We do have bearish divvy here, kind of overall. So right now I'm watching Bitcoin inside of this inverted head and shoulder and the flag. We are getting red though, right? A little bit of dump easy here, 23,800. Level I would not want us to break even right now where we're at. The local support right where we're at is 23,700. Next level would be the tip of this head at 23,446, which, you know, and then down here, your next level at 23,250. So, you know, 3 levels that are okay to bounce off of. And we could even be making a giant double bottom. Anything is possible, but we are getting a sell-off here now. Liquidations in the long sector. They're liquidating the longs now. You can see there's a little more down here than there. See, they've shifted our BOOKMAP heat a little lower now, taking out the longs. I still see this fat order up here, and I still see kind of stretched liquidity. But now you kind of see more of a glob down here. They're going to take you to 23.4. Interesting. And the 15-minute says we're going to dump, like we knew that. You either dump or go sideways. We were hoping you could go sideways in a flag. That's obviously not happening. You know, now we are dumping. Bit of an M there. See this? Measured move to the downside. Right about there. So 15-minute has to complete its trip. Hopefully it is a side. It doesn't go all the way down. All right. All those setups that I posted and everything we looked at depends on Bitcoin maintaining structure and not dumping on you or wicking back up to the upside. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the new people that joined the trading group. I hope you got a lot awesome good knowledge today. I had a really good time teaching. I thought we went through a lot of different stuff. We hit that liquidation indicator for you, and we hit it. Shout out to the 633 likes. Shout out to the $116 in super chats. Let me make sure I didn't skip a chat here. Super chats, YFI card, thoughts on VGX. Let's take a look at YFI, USDT here. And some days I just rip through tons and tons of super chats. Some days we do a little more teaching. It depends. So we talked about YFI, and honestly, it was time, in my humble opinion, to take some gains. Like, we were down here and we pumped huge for 65%. I would be taking gains at that point, right? I mean, like you pumped hard. You're away from the, so at the end of the day, I would just watch the 4 hour right now and I would flag it out. It's either going to do this or do that and touch the 21-day moving average when the stochastics reset, Just like everything else in the game, it probably has a 1 hour that wants to push up in a flag, which it is. But it's got to get through the 15-minute first. That's dumping to the downside. See? It's actually pretty good because this flag's pretty strong. So you might not much go lower than that. And that would take you on a smaller measure move. But I would be cautious of that 4 hour regardless. I don't like to trade against the 4 hour when it's too high. I'd rather watch Bitcoin get above that zone first before I wouldn't touch a coin until Bitcoin makes its move. Like, right now you could bet on the fact that Bitcoin's going to make its move, but there's no guarantees. Yeah, so measured move would take you to 1228, which would be a pretty nice move, actually. That's 25%, not 300 on 9, right? Wow, 35% gains. Could make a move. YFI on the 1 hour in the 15. There's a chance you scalp it, but just know that your 4 hour time frame is hot, and know that you're watching Bitcoin on a low liquidity Friday. So like there's just risk involved, right? It's not all dandelions, all right? But that could happen for YFI. Let's take a look at cards. I don't have any thoughts on VGX, man. I really don't. I never used it. I never liked it. I thought it was slow. There was some weird stuff moving with it when I first got involved, or someone told me to use it. Like I went to go use it. I didn't use it, but someone said I just never liked Voyager. It never, I traded it here and there, and I thought it was going to be awesome. I was happy for the space, but I didn't have a lot of faith in it. The daily's pushing up for CAD, which is a good sign there. Good sign for CAD there. 4 hours coming on down, though. So I would look for the 4 hour here on a mini Fibonacci line. Come on down to the 618. Touch that 21-day moving average there before we get a bigger pump to the upside over here, Johnny. All right. So this is something I'm looking at. CAD stacks. 1 hour is low, but just because it's low doesn't mean it's all good. You still got some bearish divvy playing out. And you got the 4 hour needed coming down to the 618. I would wait for this to come into my sweet spot, personally. Set alerts on the 4 hour for card. All right. Like you go to the 4 hour and I set alerts down here. Bang, like that. Then I can go to the 618 line here and set an alert right on it like that. And then there we go. And then I make my lines. Possible 37% gains. But see, you map it out before it happens. Now, if it pumps and it never hits my alert, so be it. I'll set 10 of these and I'll only trade the ones that come into my sweet spot. See how this works? Like, you become the trader and make the trade come to you. Okay? It's in the beginner's course, my man. Ah, man. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, everyone. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I had a great time today. Thank you so much. It felt like we were in the pocket. Shout out to all the viewers, everybody here. Much obliged. Thank you so much. I hope we got through all of them. Can you look at VGX at the chart? It looks to be at a good place. VGX. Yeah, getting very, very tight. I'll agree with you. Very tight. That'll play. You could trade this on Bolsadex, everyone, if you can't get access to it on Binance. It's at the 706 Fibonacci. That's a big retracement. That's where you do see a lot of fireworks. 4 hours coming down, a lot lower than a lot of other coins. Daily's where you want it to be. 1 hour's in the sweet spot. I mean, yeah. This has everything that I like, except for the 15-minute. VGX looks like it's going to pop for some gains, I have to be honest. I mean, if it doesn't, I'd be very surprised. Like, look how tight that action is. Look where it's sitting at. Look at the fib. Look at the stochastics levels. So, everything looking sweet on VGX on multiple time frames. Yeah. Now, I don't care about the project, but I'm a trader. I trade what I see. And the stochastics and the probabilities are telling me that you could make 150 big ones on this one. You know, not you. I'm just a person. The trade says it's 156%. You know, I have a friend named you. Look at this. So look, 156%. The gains on VGX. I like what I'm seeing for VGX. Can be traded on Bolsadex and Coinbase, I believe, right? Can also trade it for USD on Coinbase. Binance. I don't know if they have it on Binance.us though, which is kind of sad. But Coinbase can be traded on Coinbase. VGX on Coinbase. There you go. Gains on gains, man. And we'll post this chart. VGX looking very nice. Thank you so much for that. We're over the 500 likes. Was a way for driving the kids. Did I miss the promise indicators? Oh, yeah, you did. Of course you did. Oh, yeah. You didn't have to go back and watch it. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when we post our next video. All right? As we end this live, I have to say thank you to each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We had a great time. We're going to do it every day. I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Saturday night. All right? I will be traveling. It's going to be an impromptu stream. I may just grab this little mic and slap it on my thing. It's going to be is what it is, you know. Shout out to anyone who watch it, man. Shout out to Wigwag, man. I love you, bro. He had it on at the restaurant, and I'm like, dude, I like that. And he's like, you want it? I'm like, come on, man. He's like, take it. I'm like, no. He takes it off. He's like, I've had it 12 years. I'm like, dude, come on. I can't take that. He's like, take it. I leave it in the front. I was like, man, I'll think about it maybe. And he's like, no, man, please take it. I want you to take it. And, dude, it's amethyst. It's awesome. Shout out to Wigwag, man. I love you. Shout out to all the lifers. Thank you for a wonderful life. I can't wait to keep moving forward with each and every one of you and seeing what the future holds. We are blessed. We are destined for greatness. And remember, keep all the negative people out of your life. Remove them. Stay positive. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. The 4 Ds. Get your desires in order. Get disciplined. Get the dedication and determined. Stay determined. And you are going to get it. I'm telling you right now. No one's going to stop you from becoming your greatest version of yourself. I love you. Have a great day. Be safe. I'll see you on the next one. Lifers, over and out. Crypto is life, baby. I'll see you on the next live stream. And if I die tonight, remember, I love you all. I hope I don't, but you never know. Be safe. Have a good one.